Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Michlin morning program on KSJE.
An extra segment this morning to talk about an upcoming show here at the San Juan College Henderson Fine Arts Center Gallery. Anthony Chee Emerson is back in the studio with me this morning to talk about his upcoming show. Anthony Emerson, always great to have you here. Thank you for coming in this morning.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. You and I have been talking together for, I don't know if we want to admit how many years, but it's been a number of years, has it not?
Over 25.
At least, right?
Yeah, at least.
Exactly. And so it's great to have you here because we are celebrating 45 years of your career as an artist and now an illustrator and film producer. And so you've kind of put your hands into a lot of different things, but all of them creative and all of them celebrating, I think, the culture of the Navajo Nation and much, much more. That seems to be the theme to me.
Exactly. And also it kind of carries on to the work I've done and how it goes from artwork into illustrations and even my artwork into films.
True, very true. And so the College Art Gallery is put together, and with your help, of course, your show about your 45 years. And so it opens soon with a reception, and we want to let folks know about that. And then we'll be on display here at San Juan College for about a month, from January 16th through February 13th, with the opening reception on Friday, January 16th from 4 to 6 p.m. Talk to me about this show. What kinds of things have you put in it? Everything? A little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything. I had looked some through my archives and I found a couple of paintings that I had done back in the 80s, showing some of the earlier simple work that I was doing with watercolor. Nothing what it looks like what it does now,
right?
But it gives a general person, the layman, like how I started and what it took to get to where I got. I'm very fortunate to have some paintings from collections from Marvin and Cecil McIntyre of some of the work that they bought in the 90s and also the early 2000s.
It's how cool to see that again, right? After a few years, right?
Yes. They have 8 spectacular paintings that I had done. And we also have a collection from Dr. Doug Holmes, who collected from 2000 and 2010s. And those are some massive, big paintings that probably I wouldn't be able to comprehend of ever doing them like that again.
Right.
But it shows a person that some of the more intricate work that I had done. And then it goes into the work that I had done with the illustrations, books of Songs of Shiprock Fair,
right.
First Fire, My Horse. I got some illustrations that I had framed and put together. So someone who has an interest in illustrations can see how it was done back then compared to now. The thing, fortunately, is that I gone back to school last year and took a couple classes from Michael Bullock with Adobe Illustrator and InDesign. And from that point on, I got myself into more digital design, which leads into the films.
Yeah, how interesting. And so as you look back over the different techniques that you have learned and mastered over the years and now moving into the digital art, I guess I would say, how is that to see kind of all that on the walls of the gallery, to kind of see the progression from paint to digital now?
Well, that's where an average person can see how technology have changed from the last 45 years.
Right.
Basically from hand drawing to going from watercolor to paper or into acrylic and paper, and then going into where it's hand drawn but digitally enhanced through Adobe Illustrator, and then going into where now my daughter had gifted me a iPad from Apple, and my wife gifted me the Apple Pen, and now we're using Fresco, the Adobe Fresco, and a lot of these artwork now is going to be done in digital art, straight from the pad onto the computer, digitalize and vectorize on there.
Very cool. And does that give you, as an artist, the creativity of working digitally that you also had when working just with physical media?
The hands-on type of physical media. I mean, the creative process is still the same. I still do the drawings on paper. So where I can take a photograph of them and then also put them onto the computer and then have them as a onion skin on top and then do the drawing from on top of that, just as illustrators or just as animators had done for years. But basically, instead of taking the imagery and having it, done, through several processes, it's just from an A to B or A to Z process, and that's done.
Sure. And maybe not use as many drop cloths.
Yes,
when
exactly.
you do that.
Yeah. It's not much cleanup after that. You don't have any brushes to wash, or you don't have any pencils to put away.
Right.
But it's clean.
Very cool. And you mentioned the films. I want to talk briefly about that because I know that's another, maybe the next part of your career as it ongoing. We talked last time you were here about a film project, and so you were telling me before we came on the air this morning that film number 1 is pretty much completed. You're working on film 2, and there's plans in the works for a third film. And talk to me about these types of films.
There were a film that was based on the language preservation. We secured a grant from Navajo Nation Film and TV with the help of San Juan College and the AIBE, also the UNM Rainforest, and also the Arrowhead Center out of NMSU.
Right.
We were able to trademark the Ma'i Productions logo, as you see on TV right now.
That's on the screen right now.
Yeah, it's on the screen right now. And then we're able to get the stories done and put together. So, last time we had Jonathan Hostine here. He was our main animator on the film. We were under the gun to get it done starting from January to finish by September. He had done such a great job on it. And we're planning to use him as also the background animator with one of his friends are helping out with the background. But we hired a director from IIA who just graduated, is going to school at Southern Georgia for her master's, director and animator, Davishina Redhouse.
Right.
She's really excited, very, very, very energetic. And we're able to work on this first part of which we're calling the Misadventures of the Muttonbird Sisters, and how we're already in finishing up on all the voiceovers and also securing the license for the music. And then we're going to be working towards getting funding for the animations that we need to do to finish the project.
Right. But it's all based on your work and your artwork and your ideas, right?
Ideas, yeah.
And very exciting. And this has kind of taken off, at least it sounds like to me, right? I mean, you've kind of struck a nerve, it sounds like, with folks who are interested in seeing this continue into additional projects and things?
It's fun to see people, especially that are the Ma'i Dishkish clan, when they see it, they come to me and say, I'm on my grandfather's side, I'm Ma'i Dishkish. And what that is like it's the Coyote clan.
Right.
And so they get real excited about seeing those figures as, as cartoons or as animation, and they get a big kick because we have more than one series we're working on. We're working on the band Shundeen. We're also working on the Muttonbird Sisters. We have Ma'i Crew. We also have Indigenous Police, and then we have the Aunties, and also Ma'i Biaja, which means the children as small coyotes. That's what they are.
Okay.
Yeah, all the character as being children.
Yeah.
Kind of like Peanuts.
Right. But very cool. And to be able to share the culture with a wider audience, I would think, too.
Yes, with the language part that we're putting in is that each film is done in English, but also done in the Nepazad Navajo language,
right,
with English subtext and with Navajo subtext. So it's a part of where it could be used as a learning tool. It could be used as a medical information tool. There's a lot of aspects of doing with what we're doing that we're plan to continue on.
Very cool. And you've gotten the attention, I think, of the Northwest New Mexico Arts Council. They are working with you or you with them to help raise some money for these projects, too.
Yes, with Flo Trujillo, we spoke with Northwest New Mexico Arts Council, and we are going under a fiscal sponsorship with them, which is going to be able to get people to donate towards it and still be the tax deductible for them and be used for the good cause. Because one of the main points of our nation is that the very strong point is language preservation and how we can maintain it. There's a lot of ideas out there, but we're doing it in the way we're using it with film, and we're using it in the way we're also using it with animation. Right.
I think it's great, and a really cool way to do that. And so again, you can see a lot of Anthony Chee Emerson's paintings and artwork on display at the San Juan College Henderson Fine Arts Center Art Gallery as the exhibition of his 45 years of his painting, illustrations, and film are part of this art show. It will be opening again with a reception on January 16th. That'll be here before we know it, from 4 to 6 p.m. But you can see it at the Art Gallery between January 16th and February 13th here at San Juan College. Anthony, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate it.
It's great to visit
Have a
with
good
you.
morning.
Thank you very much. That's Anthony Chee Emerson, my guest here on KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.